Good afternoon, everyone. I am presenting the works that the City of Launceston has completed to found locations where rainwater sewage has been incorrectly plumbed into the stormwater network. Let's look at the difference between stormwater and sewage. During a rainfall event, stormwater is rainfall that falls on the ground surface. It flows into the stormwater network in the urban environment. This water is discharged untreated into our urban waterways. Sewage, on the other hand, is black water and grey water from your home, from your bathroom, laundry, and kitchen. Household sewage is then plumbed into the sewer network, which is sent to the wastewater treatment plant to be treated before discharging into the waterway. The photo on the slide shows the separated system where sewage and stormwater is separated. The program was looking at cross connections where sewer has been incorrectly plumbed into the stormwater network. Sewage intrusion into the stormwater network results in undiluted raw sewage entering the waterways like a daily basis. Launceston has a small area of a city which is serviced by the combined drainage area, where all stormwater and sewage goes into one large pipe and is sent to the wastewater treatment plant. In dry weather conditions, all wastewater is sent to the treatment plant. During wet weather conditions, sewage is diluted with stormwater, with some water will be sent out to the treatment plant, and some overflowing into the estuary where the system reaches capacity. The combined system overflows happen infrequently, and the sewage is diluted by the stormwater when it discharges into the urban waterways. The combined system area with one large pipe is shown on the right areas of the map. The project was undertaken in separated areas where there are two separate pipes, shown by all the other colour areas on the map. So where does this program fit? The program is a part of the catchment works in the River Health Action Plan with the aim to reduce pathogens in the Tamar estuary. The area of focus is Zone 1, which is between the Garnet and Launceston shown on this map. So why do we care if there's sewage intrusions into the stormwater? Undiluted raw sewage into waterways result in the increased bacteria and pathogens and nutrients in the stormwater network and waterways. And this can impact how we use the waterway. One of the examples of the impacts is the increased algal blooms in the urban waterways, which has impacts on the whole food web. Launceston was divided into 13 stormwater catchments for investigations within the stormwater network to locate sewage intrusions. The catchment investigation started near the urban waterways where the stormwater discharges, and the investigations will continue moving up throughout each catchment. The method of the catchment investigations is broom testing, dye testing, and CTV inspections. Broom testing of a stormwater manhole would start at the lower areas of a catchment, and it will work itself up throughout the catchment. Broom testing will filter any organic solids from potential upstream sources of sewage within the stormwater network. When evidence of sewage was found in stormwater pipes by using broom testing, CTV was used to inspect upstream stormwater pipes to identify properties with sewage intrusions. Dye testing of a property would start once the sewage intrusion was located by CTV within the stormwater network. Dye testing confirms a sewage intrusion within a property when dye is discharging into the stormwater pipe from a sewer property connection. People need to be home during broom testing. If the sewage system in private properties are not being used, that the cross connections can be found by using broom testing and CTV methods. The COVID-19 restrictions meant the short-term holiday accommodations were empty, so sewage intrusions are not located in short-term holiday accommodation during the Tasmanian lockdown. A program of stormwater quality monitoring was undertaken as a part of this project to capture data of the pathogen levels in stormwater. Each stormwater catchment investigated had at least one sampling location, and we collected data in stormwater catchments where no upstream sewage intrusions were located, and where sewage intrusions were found upstream of a sampling location. Sampling continue after the sewage intrusions are rectified. This map shows one of the stormwater monitoring locations shown by the blue dot. Stormwater samples collected downstream from urban areas before it flows into the waterway. In this case, down the open urban waterway into the North Exe River. This photo shows a different monitoring site, again downstream from the urban area. Weekly visits to different stormwater sites highlights other pollution issues from our urban areas. This photo shows vegetable oil on the surface of the Kings Meadows Rivulet. This image is motor oil on the water surface downstream from Riverside. There is a lot of work to clean up our waterways, and this project is a great start. The major findings of this project were 60% of the sewage intrusions were identified in West Launceston and Newstead. Catchments directly located next to the combined drainage area, shown in the light blue and dark blue catchments next to the right area of the map. West Launceston and Newstead, the two oldest suburbs of Launceston, outside of the combined system, older properties has a higher chance of having sewage intrusions due to the lower requirements of the previous plumbing codes. We located 10 sewage intrusions in West Launceston and Newstead catchments, which were built after 2008. Sewage and stormwater management split into two managing bodies after 2008. Tasmania Water and Council have different processes when installing property connections in the sewer and stormwater networks and the combined system, which caused confusion to plumbers over the correct appropriate processes, requirements and source of information. Issues occur when installing stormwater and sewer property connections to the separated stormwater and sewer network near the combined drainage area boundary. The main project outcomes were 13 stormwater catchments were investigated, 44 sewage intrusions within the stormwater network was identified, and the pathogens within Zone 1 of the Tamar estuary was reduced by 13.7%. Based on the average volume of raw sewage being produced by average household over 1 year, the project has removed 13.2 megalitres of raw sewage from the stormwater network, therefore from entering our waterways every year.